Alright, so right now for me, like this is the off season of training. I started doing some strength training, started to incorporate that to my plan, but obviously during winter I do quite a bit of less running. I still try to eat at a caloric surplus because I'm trying to put on some more weight, trying to gain a little bit more strength also towards next summer for training and running, because I'm noticing that I can't keep getting away with it. My knees are starting to catch up to the training load that I'm putting in. Like before the ultra marathon I attempted in Joensuu, my knees during the peak of training were really sort of irritable. So I try to eat more. That really helps. Obviously rest and recovery, but still. I stop the stall and get to it. So when I go grocery shopping, right now I'm trying to aim for some stuff with a lot of healthy fats in them. A lot of other good stuff too, obviously. And yeah, protein, I'm aiming at least for like over 100 grams a day, ideally like 120. That would be 1.6 times my body weight. But yeah, this is not in a particular order. Just like obviously, I had to bust out some eggs. 15 eggs, this was for like €5. Eggs is a staple, gives me those omega-3s plus like a lot of good protein. Then I try to get some veggies, so I put in some tomatoes. Whenever I'm making like pasta or whatever with minced meat or chicken or whatever, lentils, I want to make it very sort of edible, digestible and fun to eat, because eating, obviously it's about fueling, but it also could be about like fun. Eating could be fun, so pesto. Pesto is really caloric dense. Eating some pesto here and there. Penne ricotta, whatever, pasta. My favorite pasta. Get 2 of these. These are cheap. These are like 1.5 euros, I think. Man, the inflation is hitting hard. I remember when this used to be like 70 cents, like 3 years ago. Then I could have bought frozen broccoli, but this time I wanted to ball out and go for fresh broccoli. This is really good. It has K2, other micronutrients that are vital. Good stuff, like eating that with my pesto or mixing it up. Then also like sort of an accessory item, some garlic, like chopping it up in there. Then I have diced red cauliflower. Yeah, that's the one. This is like I don't know. I think this could be considered darker greens, which are more dense. If you're only eating like iceberg salad, it's like you're eating like water. It has very little nutrients on it. It's I feel like it's a waste of money. So I always try to go for some darker stuff. I'm a big fan of kale. Sometimes like baby spinach leaves. They're really good. Then I like making sandwiches here and there. So this is some mustard flavored pork slices. That's really good for like sandwiches and stuff like that. Then something to, if in the evening I notice that I'm not quite hitting my macros, so chucking one of these bananas in. I didn't find a lot of good ones today. I tried to go for like a whole, like a stack of them, but I only got like these big ones, because the bigger bananas you buy, the more sort of like the content you get out of it. So you never buy those like really small bananas. It's all peel and that's just weight. But yeah, bananas my favorite. I eat like at least one a day. Most of them like 2, because it's like one of the best snacks. Also, bananas are underrated in the amount of micronutrients they actually do have. They're one of the most simplest carbs to digest, super easy to carry around as a bonus. Then a literal staple for me, basmati rice. I think that's the one in English. It's 2 kilograms. This one was like €4, but you know, you could buy with the same amount of money. You can buy like 400 grams of rice. So I went for 2 kilograms because this is the majority of my carbs. These are extremely simple carbs. They're quite close resemblance to sugar, believe it or not, because no fiber. It's just the most simplest carbs. Those go really hard. Then I have some minced meat, because right now is the off season. I'm trying to gain some weight. A chicken breast is a staple. I used to go for quite a bit of chicken breast, 600 grams, 700 grams packages, but because chicken is just like breast or thighs are just a bunch of protein, they're not like that heavy in the amount of calories it has. So I don't mind having a little bit of fat. So minced meat, it's like beef, ground beef, as Americans tend to call it, ground beef, yeah. 10% fat, because I can either, after I fry the minced ground beef, I can like filter the fat out if I want. But right now I don't mind. It's like it's a good way to make a sauce too, when you have the rendered fat and then you add spice in that, or garlic, whatever you have from here. That's gonna make a good meal with rice or whatever. And I have some bread. This is some basic buns. I make sandwiches with the slices. And I have some Gouda cheese. Gouda cheese is really good for making sandwiches. Usually buy like bigger packages, but this one was surprisingly cheap. It was like €2. So yeah, Gouda cheese, that's really good. Then something I really like eating is Greek yogurt. It's insanely good for like protein contents. It has some like gut supporting microbiome stuff, you know, all the healthy stuff. Then when I'm making, for example, a meal that doesn't primarily have only animal proteins in it, like chicken or ground beef, I go for some salad cubes. Salad cubes have a lot of protein on them, and I don't know, I think it's just a healthy way to increase, don't know what it's called, like dairy products. I'm a massive fan of dairy products because how dense they are, and like this yogurt or some cheese or whatever, they have like a really good sort of life supporting like quality nutrients on them that are like, you won't only get those from like dry products. So yeah, this one has 17 grams of protein for 100 grams. That's not too shabby at all, but also gotta keep in mind these are not insanely healthy because this has a lot of salt. It's 3 grams of salt. Then I have some beans, white beans. Congratulations, British people, you won. But yeah, I've sort of started to liking these because sometimes when you're eating like 4-5 eggs in the breakfast, it gets kind of stale. So sometimes I mix it up. I only get like 2 or 3 eggs, and then these baked beans. These have a lot of good quality protein in them. Some the protein from beans doesn't have like an insanely high protein quality score. Like it doesn't have all of the amino acids in them. But regardless, it's like gotta mix it up every now and then. Can't always eat the same stuff because, as I said, eating should be fun. So it can be more like long-lasting or sustainable for you if you're trying to do something. But yeah, then we have fat milk, 3%. As I said, D vitamin, a lot of good stuff in there. It's like some protein also in there. Good, because when I'm doing like oatmeal, protein powder and fat milk, perhaps some blueberries or apple jam, that's like a really good sort of breakfast for me. I like doing it like that. So yeah. But yeah, thanks for watching. This about wraps up my weekly shopping. Sometimes a lot of the stuff like goes through a week to another. I have like a lot of dry stuff like lentils, black beans. Black beans are really good, like doing that with rice. A lot of other like oatmeal, of course. I have like a few kilograms of oatmeal always ready, some cereal, a massive jar of peanut butter. I like doing peanut butter with the buns or like rye bread or whatever it may be. Obviously something to incorporate more salad other than these two in my diet. I have canned beetroots and pickles. So like yeah, pickled beetroot, that is delicious. So yeah, thanks for watching. This is some very simple stuff I'm doing. I'm trying to put on some more weight. Not doing as much running during the winter now. Running has been such a massive part of my life, so I really want to take this off season just to like have a little bit of space and time to reflect on what might be the future goals on the next season. But yeah, thanks for watching. I gotta get this stuff to the cold before it gets too warm. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you perhaps with some other interesting content down the line. So yeah.